innings pitched, 13 strikeouts today. Can you just walk me through what was really allowing you to be so efficient and effective on the mound today?
Yeah, when boys go out there and they're sleepwalking and they go out there and give you 4 runs, that's a huge boost for me. That gives me freedom to go out there and really be aggressive at their lineup. And from there, I was able to get some early zeros, and they were coming out aggressive against me, and so I was able to keep the pitch count down. And then once the shadows start creeping in, that's when you want to try to get to off speed as much as possible, because it's tough to see in those situations. And so, just worked with Barnesy back there. We had a good game plan of what we wanted to do, and just stay with a heavy mix when you're in that situation.
And you now have the best ERA in Major League Baseball. I mean, obviously you have an incredibly storied career, but what does that mean to you at this point in your career now?
It's awesome, but don't get caught up in results. Focus on the process. Results take care of themselves. If you worry about what you do with the baseball, for me, and that's executing all 5 pitches and knowing where you want to locate, know when you want to attack the strike zone. That's the things I worry about. And so the results, they're great when you get them, but I'm more focused on the process, and that's for me going out there and throwing strikes with all my pitches.
And then last one for me, I know that you grew up here around St. Louis. You grew up as a Cardinals fan. You've played here a handful of times, but what is it like for you to be able to come back here, have this performance? And I'm hoping, and you can answer this, but if there was some family to watch you do it.
Yeah, I got from family and friends in here, so it's always nice to be able to pitch in front of them. And come in here, when you face the Cardinals, you got to go out there and beat them. I mean, that's what I come here to play against. I mean, these aren't the guys I grew up rooting for. These are the guys I want to compete against. And so it's a much different experience when you're out there on the mound competing against them. And you want to win. You want to win for your team. And fortunately enough, we were able to come away with a W today.
Next question.
Hey, Max, you mentioned those shadows there. At what point in the game, one inning, did that kind of become a factor?
I can't remember the exact inning, but somewhat in the middle innings, somewhere third, fourth, and you could just see the shadows were on the field. And this is always a tough stadium on the shadows because it gets into my eyes as well. And so you really have to rely on feel because you don't really have a good, you don't have like a good target. Like your eyes are always in the sun, just the way the stadium's set up. And so you just got to trust your feel when you're in these situations, pitching here with shadows. And so, when they come in, you just want to be aggressive with the off speed because it's really tough to see. Our guys were talking about that as well. They have a tough time seeing the ball. I mean, there was even line drives hit, and you could see a lot of line drives hit, and guys are just not able to see the ball. They're worried about it's going to hit them. So, if the infielder's dealing with it, our hitters are dealing with it, everybody's dealing with it. Just go out there and use them to your advantage.
You've been great all season, but you've been basically untouchable since you joined the Dodgers. Maybe you're a little pleasantly surprised of how easy this transition has been.
I give a lot of credit to the catchers here, both Barnesy and Will. They've done a great job of working with me, getting on the same page with me, and we've gone out there and executed game plans really well. I give them both credit for their ability to frame the low pitch and their targets that they give. That really, when I can pitch down the zone, allows me to execute my off speed down the zone as well. And so when I can throw strikes down the zone, that makes me a complete pitcher. And so I got to give credit to my catchers when they're going out there and doing a great job for me.
Thanks, Max.
Hey, Max, how was the hamstring today? And assuming it was pretty sort of stopped becoming an issue.
Yeah, hamstring was good today. Didn't feel any, remnants of what happened last time. Just was trying to stay under control to not go overboard and try to test it. Just try to stay within myself. I knew I felt good, and I was feeling good all the way through. So, now I got this start out of the way. Now I can continue to get back into my routine and really, attack the strength that needs to be attacked into it. So hopefully I'm even better next time out.
I don't know how much you pay attention to the numbers during a season, but 200 strikeouts today for the 9th time in your career, and you're 6 away from 3,000, especially that second number. How do you feel about the significance of that?
What was the last thing you said?
You're 6 strikeouts away from 3,000. I was just wondering how significant that is.
Still can't hear. I heard it was 6 away from 3,000. that's a huge milestone, something that I'll be proud of. But when that's just a part of the process of durability and going out there and executing game plan. So it's great to go out there and get strikeouts, but it's more important to go out there and pitch well and locate well. So strikeouts are a part of the process of going out there and executing pitches. When you have opportunities to get strikeouts, I always want to get those strikeouts because I don't want the ball in play. Anything can happen when the ball's in play. And so as long as I'm attacking the zone and working ahead in the zone, that's my game plan. Next question from Bill Point.
Yeah, Max, when you get traded at the deadline, there's almost a hired gun aspect to it. And how satisfied are you with the impact you've made? All 7 starts that you've made, the Dodgers have won.
That's what coming over here, my job is to do, is to go out there when it's my turn to go out there and win. There's a ton of pressure to do that. You got to compartmentalize it and go out there and accept it and go out there and give it your best every single time and understand, what makes you successful and how to avoid big innings. This team is great. Every time I've gone out there, they've done a great job of providing run support early. And so, being in a team that gives you early run support allows you to get into your game plan, into your rhythm a lot quicker. And so it's been fun with, these games going out there and pitching, and we're going out there and winning every single time. I don't care about, my personal record. I just care about the team record. And when you say we go 7-0, that's music to my ears.
Thanks, Max.
Hey, Max, you talked about, the importance of executing all 5 pitches. I mean, you had 25 swings and misses. Did you feel like pretty much everything you had was working for you today?
Yes, for the most part. Their approach was to come out early and swinging. I could feel that. And so that's where, talking with Barnesy and Pryor during mid-game, like we needed to make a couple of adjustments early of how we wanted to attack them, given that we did have a 5-0 lead or 4-0 or 5-0 lead. And so from that point, it just came to change the sequence a little bit to account for their aggressiveness. And then, once you're able to account for their aggressiveness, then continue to execute with 2 strikes. And so it takes all the execution of every single pitch you got, and you got to be focused and know what you want to do with the baseball. And, fortunately, we would get some big strikeouts and some big situations, and that's what allowed me to pitch deep into a game. And, our offense, got the early runs, and, they were able to stay there and play good defense behind everybody.
Hey, Max, I'm with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. 2 questions, please. First, can you just put into words your hunger to win another championship, what that would mean to you?
Yeah, fortunately enough, I've been able to win one. To get a ring, that's been just such a career accomplishment, a life accomplishment for me. And so obviously when it wasn't going to happen in DC this year, to have the opportunity to get traded to a team that's got a great shot to win it, that's what you want. You play this game to win the World Series every single year. And so this is a great team to have that chance. It's going to take a heck of an effort from here on out for us to accomplish that goal. But that's what you play the game for. You love the pressure. You love the adrenaline that it comes to have that type of expectation on you. And so you just want to go out there and pitch your best.
And from a storytelling standpoint, this image caught my eye tonight. In the bottom of the 7th, for the 3rd out, you get the catcher Andrew Kisner to strike out swinging. You're walking to the dugout. There's Dodgers fans making a lot of noise. The organist maybe was playing "Here Comes the King." I don't know if you heard that. All happening at once. What is that feeling like for you?
I didn't hear that, but that's kind of funny. No, in that moment, I knew where my pitch count was at. I really wanted to get through the 7th inning to give myself a chance to go out there for an 8th. I knew it was at stake. I mean, the boys, they're on barely any sleep tonight. The schedule, the way this was, with a 3:00 game after playing Sunday Night Baseball, I mean, they're tired. Traveling with that. For me, I wanted to go out there and pitch as deep as possible and really give as good as effort as I could possibly give, because that's what they really needed. And so when I had an opportunity to get through the 7th, with a good pitch count, wanted to get through that so I could go out there for an 8th and really try to save the bullpen in that situation. Thanks, man.